Hey everybody, my name is Kris Johnson. Welcome to Motivational Mondays. Today we're talking about the difference between learning music and practicing music. Let's get into it. Simply defined, learning is becoming familiar with the structure, melody, harmony, and rhythm of a song, while practicing is about meeting the physical and technical demands and internalizing the song so that you master it. So why is it important to make a distinction between the two? Well, for one, it can allow you to set realistic goals and milestones for your process. It also allows you to set intentions for both your learning and your practice sessions. Understanding the distinction between the two also gives you ample time to work through every stage of this process. Let's go ahead and break down some essential elements of learning versus practicing. I like to start off the learning phase by allowing myself to listen, feel, and absorb. This really might just look like having the song on repeat, just allowing yourself to listen to it multiple times, sometimes very actively or sometimes just letting it run in the background while you do other things. This is your opportunity to really make sure that your ear and the song become one. In the next phase of learning, I'm looking at the process of being able to play along with the music, let my intuition kick in, and really start to kind of get curious about what's happening. So even without looking at a lead sheet, I might just sit down with the song and just start to play. Maybe just kind of figure out the melody, just allow myself to just kind of absorb a little bit and see what naturally happens as I start to interact with the song. The next process in the learning phase is to make sure that I'm just doing true study and memorization. I want to do an analysis of the chord changes. I want to understand the melody, how the melody works together with the harmony, how all these things work together with the structure of the song. Truly have those things internalized so that as I'm moving forward into the practicing phase, all those things are out of the way and I can truly just absorb the song. Now that we're moving into the practicing stage, we want to make sure that we're taking the things that are physically difficult or challenging and trying to make them as easy and smooth on our instrument as possible. This looks like running the melody, taking it at a slower tempo, figuring out all the techniques on our instrument that are necessary to play that melody. Next, I'm running the chords, the scales, and the voice leading both on trumpet as well as on piano, making sure that there's no technical aspect of that harmony that I'm not familiar with and that it feels very easy and fluent on my instrument. I also like to go through and transcribe some solos of the masters of this music that have played these songs. I'm looking at the language that they've used and really thinking, how is this person who is a bit hipper than me and knows more information than me, how do they navigate through this? How do they deal with this song, and how can that help me in my exploration? And then it's really crucial too that we take this song out of the practice room and put it into real life. If that's showing up to a jam session, if that's playing it on a gig, if that's working with other musicians, practicing at home with different people, really just trying to live with the song a bit more and make it a natural part of your vocabulary. How does it move during this practice phase from being something that's unfamiliar to something that is very, very familiar and intimate to you? If you take nothing else away from this video, please remember this. Just because you understand something theoretical, that does not mean that you can then technically play it on your instrument. And just because you know something technically on your instrument, that doesn't mean that you have a deep theoretical knowledge of it. In my experience and in my preference, I love to have a balance between the two. I want to understand it fully, but I also want to make sure that I know how to play it. I want to know what it sounds like, but I also want to take the time to use my ears to get more familiar with it. I want to understand the structure, but I also want to practice that structure and make it tangible. Allow yourself to take the necessary time to build a relationship with the music that you're learning. Listen to it, absorb it, live with it, breathe with it, and make sure you have a process and apply it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.